What's up, YouTube? I'm Brett from Rants. As always, with me, my co-host Lance on audio as of right now. Say hi, Lance.
Hey guys.
All right. So today we're going to be talking about should Happy play a bigger role on Mayans MC? What do you think?
See, this is a big conversation for me because I personally say yes. Like, I love Happy and I want him to be a bigger part of the show. And I think that he will be because of the whole backstory line about him killing Easy and Angel's mom and everything coming to the front light with that. And just now with them, accidentally killing that SOA member, I think there's going to be I think SOA is going to be a big rival for Mayans MC in the upcoming season.
See,
And I think Happy's going to play a pretty large role in that.
See, let me ask you this, because this is something that I had a problem with Happy with on. It's not that I had a problem with Happy joining the cast of Mayans MC. I didn't. He was an okay character for me on Sons of Anarchy. Probably wouldn't have been my main focus if I was going to bring a character over from that.
Think that.
But when it comes to Happy though, I just kind of feel like I don't know. I just kind of feel like maybe I don't know, wrong character, but I don't know. You think differently? You think he's the right one?
I do. I think that he is the right character when you're looking at who's left for Sons of Anarchy. I don't see Chibs being a part of it very long.
Well, see,
if you're trying to bring somebody over from the original show, there's nobody else really left.
Yeah, but do you really? Yeah, but you think about it just on any other show, for that matter. Just any other show that has a spinoff. Taking like kind of a minor character that was on that show and then drawing it to, the spinoff and making it kind of a major plot character in that. Not necessarily a main character, but a major plot character.
No.
Do you think that's a good idea? Like, me personally, I see why they do it. Because like you said, who's left?
Now,
but
when
still,
you're looking at it, when you're looking at the Mayans that way, it made sense for them to do it with Happy that way because at the time that Easy and Angel's mom got killed, Happy was, nomad and was getting hired out as these hitmen and these bodyguard type jobs. So nobody else from SOA would have went over there and took the job to kill their mom,
Yeah.
It made sense for it to be Happy because of that. And I think that an issue that people have with the Happy character on Sons of Anarchy was they just didn't use him enough on Sons of Anarchy. I think if they had made him a bigger part of that show, he would probably be a lot of people's up there. I'm not going to say ultimate favorite character, but I think he would rank higher for people than what he did. The thing I liked about Happy is David the Brown playing Happy, and he brought some authenticity to the show because he actually lived this life in real life.
Yeah, when you hear Charlie Hunnam talk about how that he was kind of scared of motorcycles when he first started.
Yeah, and Clay like, Clay said that same thing.
Yeah.
I think in the first couple seasons there was actually training wheels on
Let me ask
Charlie Hunnam's motorcycle, and so when you find that out, you kind of look at that character a little bit.
I know. It kind of changes your view on it. Let me just ask you this. It's completely kind of off topic. But even if you were scared of motorcycles, would you still allow yourself to have training wheels on them in front of other men? I would probably say no.
My thing is, I would have, before we started shooting, I would have learned how to handle a bike without training wheels before I ever showed up on set with the bike with training wheels.
I think I would have too. Like that would
I don't
just
know
be
the full story behind that. I just kind of heard through little articles that that's what happened. I don't know if maybe when he was younger he had a bad experience with bikes, and so he was just kind of skittish at first, or what it was.
Yeah.
But,
well,
now Clay hated doing Sons of Anarchy because he hates motorcycles so much. Yeah. I'm like, why'd you take that role then?
I know it. I know it's almost kind of like one of those things. Like, that'd be like somebody, that's afraid of water, playing Aquaman or something like that,
Or
You just wouldn't want them to, you just wouldn't take that role.
Someone who's afraid of water being like, I'm gonna go join the Navy.
Yeah, I know. I know, it's like poor choice, man. Poor choice.
Yeah,
But
I think that Happy's a really strong character, and as far as trying to bring somebody over from the original show, if they can't get Kim Coates to come back, Happy's the next best choice.
Yeah.
I would have liked to have seen like Tig had been involved with it somehow, like maybe Clay sent Tig to kill their mom or something like that.
That would have been really cool.
But it's Kim Coates went on to other things, and so maybe they were just like, hey, we got this right here, let's try to do it this way. But another thing is, there's not, I don't really know what to expect upcoming on Mayans because Kurt Sutter's no longer a part of it.
Yeah.
What we're talking about with bringing Happy in and trying to make him a main character on Mayans, that was all Kurt Sutter. So you really don't know where they're going to go without Kurt Sutter. So
I actually agree with that. I think I'm kind of like season 3 is going to be. It's either going to be the best or the worst season out there. I don't know which one.
The thing about Mayans is everything's so up in the air right now because of that. Like, are they going to follow the script that he already kind of outlined?
No,
or are they just going to completely be like, screw you, we're doing our own thing? And I personally am not a big Kurt Sutter fan. I mean, I love Sons of Anarchy, and he gave it to us, so to an extent I have to kind of respect him. But I think that I just don't think he's strong long term. And I personally think Mayans is going to be a better show without him.
Look, this is the way I feel towards Kurt Sutter. I feel like he's a good starter, a terrible ender. That's the way I look at him.
I think when it comes to Sons of Anarchy, he straight up got lazy. Like he's like, I made it. I hit gold with this. I got my money. I got my notoriety. What else do I need? Screw it. If the show sucks from here on out, it sucks from here on out.
Yeah, it almost kind of felt like at the end of Sons of Anarchy that it wasn't even the same person that was writing it.
I
remember even looking that up online when it was going on.
I thought that too. I thought, did he just like let some other people write some series or some episodes here and there? And was like, hey, that sounds alright. Let's go with your way.
It's almost kind of like the cursed child on J.K. Rowling. Like everybody's like, oh man, new Harry Potter book out, and then you read it, and you're like, oh, this don't look anything like Harry Potter. Like, and then you find out it wasn't even written by her, So, I mean, I see that point. But as far as the Happy is concerned, though, I feel like Happy, like I said, I do have a problem for bringing minor characters, making them into major plot characters, and then carrying it on in that way. I personally don't really like that aspect of it.
I would have had a bigger issue with that if they were doing like some of the prospects that we really didn't care about from Sons of Anarchy being one of the main characters on this. Then I would have an issue with this. But Happy was kind of to me anyways, he was like, he wasn't a main character, but he was always an interesting character because you didn't know a whole lot about it. And so with bringing him to Mayans and making him more of a major role, you kind of get the backstory with Happy, which is something I felt like we always were kind of lacking with Sons of Anarchy. So
yeah, and there's no doubt that it did bring up more of a backstory. You kind of get a sense of more of who he is as as really a person, because he was always so quiet. You didn't really, he didn't really get his opinion out there.
And like I said, I think I just think that they didn't use him correctly, storyline wise.
Yeah, I
on the first one for him to be a lot of people's major character on this one, on Mayans. Where with me, I always had an interest in the Happy character, and I always knew there was a lot more to that, or there could be a lot more to that character than what we would ever know. And so I guess I love it so much because we're getting to find that out, and I always kind of wanted that. So
yeah, well,
but that's me.
But as for me, me personally, I would have, like I said, I would have preferred more of a main character from Sons of Anarchy if they were going to do that coming over. I'm still,
Yeah.
and I'm big on this, and this is why I know I've had this conversation with you a million times, and this goes for anything. I am all for even spin-offs standing on their own.
No, yeah,
I feel
I
like
can see that.
Mayans is still not doing it.
I can see that to a big point with Mayans. I do think it would have been kind of better if they could have stood on their own 2 feet and
Mm-hmm.
been their own show without including all the Sons of Anarchy things.
Yes.
But I can also see the side where a lot of a lot of fans in the fan base weren't too excited about Mayans MC when it
Yeah.
first got announced, and so they felt like they had to bring some of that SOA characters in to kind of hook the already existing fans to turn them into Mayans fans. So I get that side too.
Yeah, yeah, and I do too. I mean, I see where you're coming from on that. But I just feel like that is a problem of a lot of spin-offs. It's not just Mayans MC. I feel like that's a
No,
problem with a
yeah,
lot of
that's a
spin-offs
lot.
out there.
That is a problem with a lot of spin-offs. Now I get when you're doing a spin-off off the show, you're trying to get the original
Yeah,
fan base to follow you to the
yeah.
next one. So I get that they have to do that to an extent, but
So I mean, overall, you think that they should make him more of a fixture on Mayans MC? Is that what you're saying?
for me personally, yes.
See, this is the only way I'd want him to be a fixture of it. Is if his death or him personally was what brought Mayans and Sons of Anarchy, SOA into a fight. That
Now,
would
see,
be how
I
I'd be
don't think
interested
it's
in.
gonna be his death. I think
I
it's
don't think it will
actually
be
gonna
too.
be. I think they're probably gonna end up killing Chibs, and Happy somehow is gonna take over Sons, and that's how they're gonna do it because he's gonna be the main.
Yeah.
I don't want to say bad guy per se, but for Mayans, he's gonna be their big adversary.
Yeah, and I would, you know what? I would be cool with that storyline. I don't know if I'm cool with the storyline that they got right now. The whole, you killed our mom, but hey, it's all cool because we got the real person that was behind the hit. Like, I just kind of feel like,
Yeah,
okay, you know what? You killed my mom and kill you. Like, I mean, that's
yeah,
what even he said
I,
in, he even
I
said
would I
himself.
would kind of agree with you, and we talked about that in a previous video. And at the time, I wasn't completely sold on that, but
Hmm.
the more I think about it, the more I can understand that side.
Yeah. But as
But
always, that's pretty much all I got on it.
yeah, me too.
You
I
know,
hope he's a bigger part, and I look forward to finding out either way.
yeah. And as for me, I feel like if he is a bigger part, I feel like they maybe need to do a little bit tweaking of the storyline a little bit because I don't really like the storyline he's currently on. Kind of wish that they would have done something a little differently. And if they continue with this storyline, I kind of am fine with him where he's at. But as always, guys, thanks for watching, and y'all take care.